In this video tutorial section, we'll go through deploying a platform as a service database. So we'll deploy an Azure SQL database. Then we will connect to that database with Azure Data Studio. So before that, let me create two resources. One is resource group and another one is VCN, like virtual network here. So first create a resource group. So you can click on create a resource. Otherwise you can go here like course services and general section. You will see that resource groups. So click on resource group. Then here is a plus create option. So you just click on plus or like click on create button. Then give a resource group name. So like I would like to give it like DBRG03. Region is US, that is fine. I can pass a tag, but for now I'm just clicking on review and create. And validation passed, click on create. So resource group has been created. Here you can see that one. Now I'm going to create a virtual network. So from the like all the resources, let me go back again. From here you can select, but I'm going like you see that all the options there, but I'm going here like you see that under services you can see that virtual network. So you can click from here. So let me go from here. So virtual network. Now from here click on this plus create button to open a new page. So here need to select the resource group that we created before, so DBRG03, and give a name for this VCN. So let me put like this is database, so I put DB virtual network, so net 01 is to US. Then next IP address. So you can see all the IP addresses there, so that is fine. But here down below you can see the default. Click on default. Now here subnet name default, that looks fine. If I need gateway service endpoint, and there are different services options here. You see that one. So if I see down below, you see that there are different services option here. So I'm going to select from Microsoft.SQL and then click on save. Now here you can see that one is selected. Now go down below, click OK. Next, security. I'm fine with all those options. DDoS protection, bastion, host or firewall, all disable. Tag, I'm not passing any tag, so click on review and create. Validation passed. Now click on create. So submitting deployment here. Deployment in progress. It will be quick one. So deployment is done here. Where you can select that one. The resources are here. Now we are going to deploy an Azure SQL database. For that, you see all the settings there down below. Now let me go through. So here, home page. You can go to home page. You can click on create a resource, and you can select for SQL database. So Azure SQL, I can select from here. Otherwise I can go back again. I can select all services and go to like a database section, compute, network, and storage, web, mobile, containers, database. So here is a, you see that Azure SQL. So click on Azure SQL. You can see that create here. Just click on Azure SQL database from the option. Now, if I click on create, then you see that there are three options underneath that. So here I am going to create with the SQL database option. So click on create button. So now here we need to define the like basic step. I need to define the resource group. Resource group, I created this one for this database name. Give a database name here. So this is a database name. So AYMD and server name. So I would like to create a new server. So give a server details here. So I'm going to, this is DB server. So SQL DB 01. And then authentication, there is a server admin login. So put Azure admin, pass a password, value, password does not match. Okay, try this one. Good. Click OK. So server name is already in use, so let me put that SQL DB03, then click OK. Now next page, here you see that create new, that is done. Elastic pool, I don't want elastic pool for this one. Now compute and storage, you can see that there is a configured database. So you can select that if you'd like to go for different database option, you can select from there. So if you look here, you can see that it's already general purpose. So now I would like to basic one. So I'm going to go for basics, select basics, and you can also put the D2 limit. So and if you'd like to read on that, you can click and go to resource. It will give you more information like purchasing model, the database transaction units, and you can read information from there. Now click on apply. So server name SQL DB03, you can note that one. And here backup storage redundancy, that is fine. Here I can take the default value, the geo redundancy backup storage. Next, click on network. So network section, if I go through, I can select that private endpoint. And now you can see that here there is a option for private, add private endpoint. Click on that one. And here you need to pass that information. So here private endpoint information, it has got the virtual network that we created. So DVBnet1, private DNS integration, consider the default. So it looks all good here. we need to give an endpoint name. So I give a name SQL endpoint 01. What is left? All good, I think. Click OK. So now here you can see that endpoint name. You can get that this space. Now click on security. I'm happy with the default settings. Now additional settings. Here I would like to use the like sample data, so click on sample. Next tagging I'm fine. I'm not adding any tab like tagging here, so click on review and create. Click on create. So it's validating here when you click on create. So initializing deployment, submitting deployment stage now, and deployment is in progress. So you can see the deployment is in progress. So let me pause here now. I'll be back soon. So deployment is complete. Now click on go to resource. So what we will do now, we will enable all Azure services access to new SQL server. So you see that under that SQL database, see the server name. So SQL DB03 database, this one. So click on that server name. From the top section here, you see that should be here under security, firewall and virtual network. Click on that option, and here add client IP. So this one is added. Allow Azure service and resources to access this server. Click yes, and now click on save. It's updating server firewall rules. You can see here, successfully done. Now click on OK. Now let's register SQL database instance in Azure Data Studio. So let me open Azure Data Studio. I have already installed Azure Data Studio. So let me open that one. And this is the clean page. So from here, click a new connection, click new, and click on new connection. Clear list, yes. So here Microsoft SQL Server, then server name. So you can get the copy from here, the server name. Let me go here to get the full name. Copy this one. Pass the server name. Then authentication type is SQL login. I put Azure admin, I think. Now let me check that loading database that I'm going to select. Okay, so click on master, then optional, so click on connect. So it's connecting here. So you can see the database connection. And you can get some information like databases information. It's the database underneath that. On the table, synonyms, programs, histories. We put the sample data, so we can see those information here and different list. Now, what will I do? I will query Azure SQL database with SQL notebook. So if you look here, that is that notebook option. So you can click that one, click notebook, and here is that new query or new notebook. Click on new notebook. So now here is the click plus code option or plus text option. So text for to like markup language if you think that way, and plus code for to put a code. You can do the same, I think, from here, code cell or text cell. So click on here like text. So now if I'd like to put some comment, so I can just write it here. So let me copy from and so you see that it's a text one. Now if I'd like to execute a code, so I just plus code, and now I can execute some query here. Stir, and here's the button, then we can run that cell. And if you'd like to another cell, you can just add more cell like code cell or text cell down below. So let me execute this one. So you can get the output here, and if you'd like to add another cell, you can just click code cell down below and copy another SQL that I'm going to execute. And execute that one. So here, if you'd like to delete, we can just click on delete option. It will be deleted. Then we can save this like PSQL. If you'd like to save, then we can just that there's an option like file and new like save workspace or save as. We can save that one. That is very much it for this section of video. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share if you like this video.